Welcome back to another trade video, and currently we are looking at Dynasty trade targets. It is championship week, so it is the last week to make that final push if you are a contender. We will also note some trade targets for teams looking forward to next season. Let's jump right into it. We will start off looking at trades if you are a championship game, the team in that championship. Winning the championship, it is the ultimate goal. Do not be afraid to push the chips in and go for it all. It will be important to not do yourself a disservice and make a trade that will set back your entire future. When looking for a piece for the championship game, you will need to note if you have a glaring hole in the lineup. For example, Russell Wilson will not be the starter for this week. This means you can trade for Jared Stidham, who's replacing him, or even a guy like Nick Mullins to help fill that void. You do not need to break the bank, go ahead and get a Lamar Jackson or maybe even a guy like Jared Goff. So here are some examples of trades for Nick Mullins. A 2024 third, and this happened multiple times, Rashid Shaheed, and then a 2024 fourth round pick. Throw a future third round pick for a guy who's going to give you some points in this championship game. Another example is you may have lost TJ Hawkinson to that knee injury and you are looking to fill the void. You may already have a plug-in guy on your roster, or you may need help. Juwan Johnson, just me, be that guy for you. Here are some recent trades. A 2025 third, and this happened multiple times, Aiden O'Connell, and then a 2024 third. Johnson, he will have a great matchup against Tampa Bay, who has led up the fifth most receptions to tight ends at 5.9 per game. Giving up these late round dart throws, who more often than not likely do not pan out in dynasty leagues. These trades have the potential to help you win the championship, and that is the move we should be making. Now, if you are enjoying the content, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. So the nugget of information here to pull from this is just to identify players who are starting that likely will not remain the starter next season for the 2024 season. The Mullins, the Stidham, and even that Aiden O'Connell trade above will fit this description. You need the points right now, and your league mates do not need those players. And they would rather have the third rounds, maybe some other fourth round dart throws, and maybe they're going to get lucky in the draft. So Zamir White, he is a big question going into the offseason. Will he be the starter for the Raiders in 2024? What do they do with Josh Jacobs? Who's going to be the coach? We just do not know that. But we do know is he is going to get a ton of work right now. However, there are no trades following the Raiders' last game on Christmas, but I would assume a second round pick is the baseline here, especially because people might believe he's going to take over for Jacobs next year. So is it worth it for just one potential game? Not sure. I would rather pivot to like a Devin Singletary, where a future third is likely to get that deal done. Identify that hole in your championship lineup and address it. Just make sure to not go overboard right now for just one game. Now, if you are looking forward to the 2024 season, here are some trades to consider. The same analysis will be applied here as the championship contenders, just flip it, So look at those championship teams and send them players to fill their holes. If they need that quarterback and you have a guy like Mullins, send them Mullins. But I would package Mullins and maybe like a future third for their second round pick and then let them counter, maybe ending up at that third round pick for just a straight swap. Now, if they need help at wide receiver, consider them trading an aging guy like Mike Evans. Now, it is widely known he should be playing for another year, and they may feel the risk is necessary to help them win now. Their last pick in the first round is well worth the championship and next year's worth of production with Mike Evans. You, as the retooler for next year, pivot off an aging asset who likely has 1 to 2 more years, and then you acquire a first round pick to set yourself up for the future. Maybe got to add a couple, a third, a fourth round pick into that package, but at least you're getting that first round. Do not send away proven assets to a team just because they are offering you draft capital. When we have a rookie or a second-year player who have proven their worth, you are only hoping to find a player from the rookie draft who will prove their worth. Why set yourself back just because you have a chance to hit on a rookie pick when you already have a hit. So, an example from a league where I was trading away a tight end just a few weeks back, the guy wanted a right now piece and said Trey McBride is the right now piece. I could not trade him away just because I was not in the playoffs. McBride will have longevity for me, and he is my starting tight end for the next, hopefully, 5-6 years. Instead, I sent Dalton Schultz for their 2025 second. He helps the team right now, and then I get a future second for a tight end who I did not believe had any value to my team moving forward. Get some draft capital while you can by sending away players who will not be the presumed starter or likely have a role for the 2024 season. You could also try and send a running back like Alvin Kamara and try to get like a Tyjae Spears and a potential second round as well. Players who are likely to see an increased role like Spears are great to try and get. At least they will have a similar role, especially if Tennessee retains Derrick Henry. This is the best way right now with the last game to be played out for the season. Send those aging assets, get those draft capital back as a retooler looking forward to the 2024 season. And to recap here, if you are in the championship game, make sure to get those pieces that help fill your hole right now, especially if you have lost those players to injury. Not sure what the chances are, Russell Wilson being sat and then TJ Hawkinson with his knee injury. However, there's always a chance to upgrade your team. Maybe someone like a Demarcus Robinson, the wide receiver for the Rams, KJ Osborne for the Vikings, or like I said, the Devin Singletaries over the Zamir Whites. You don't have to mortgage too much of your future. You get that piece right now to win this championship game here as we head into this final week. And then on the flip side, if you are out of the playoffs, looking forward to the future, send those aging assets to fill the holes, get that draft capital back. Do not just send a young player away just because you're not in the playoffs and someone's offering you a first round pick or whatever it may be. Be smart with these decisions. Take any nugget of information from this and apply it to your dynasty leagues and go ahead and trade for or away players that you believe in. Thank you for watching today's trade video. If you did enjoy the content, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check out our daily content, and I'll catch you in the next trade video.